How is everybody doing this morning? This is L.A. Kendrick with another tale from the vault of Would You Dare. Now, what I want to talk about today is an area that's not too far from where I'm currently at right now. Normally, I'd be over there in that direction, but it's raining, as you can see. You can see the sky, right? You can see all the good stuff. But I want to talk about an area that's pretty close to where I'm at, right? That was a very interesting story. And again, take this information with a grain of salt or however you process it. We're just here to speculate, have fun, and talk about the what ifs of the world, right? Nothing that's going to require you to give up your life savings or anything like that, or sacrifice your well-being or whoever you are or whoever you think you are. This is just something that we do and we speculate, okay? Talk about the supernatural, extraterrestrial, cryptid, paranormal, extra-dimensional, if I've already said that, demonic. We talk about all these things, man, the what ifs of the world. Because again, there's so much stuff that goes on in the world that I think is pretty cool. And these are some of the things that I write about, just like in The Foes of God and my Benefits of a Bully novel for the children, okay? So I want to talk about a place in Texas that's real close to where I'm at. And I might take a trip there, right? But let's get started. The party don't start till you walk in. And now that you're here, let's begin. All right. We're going to discuss Aurora, Texas. And what this is about, what this story is pertaining to, is a alleged UFO crash in 1897. So let's get started. Aurora was once the largest city in Weiss County, with a population of over 4,000 persons in the late 1800s. It was home to many businesses, including dry goods, furniture, feed, and grocery stores, a farrier, multiple pharmacies, shoemaker, blacksmith shop, post office, barber shop, a hotel, and 6 saloons. Today, Aurora is growing again. Our population is just over 1,400 persons. Aurora is a type of general law municipality operating under the aldermanic form of government. The city is sectioned into three wards, with 2 representing council members from each ward, a mayor elected at large. A resilient community spirit, great location, and a top-notch school district make Aurora a great place to live. Okay. And I must have skipped something. Let me see. I think I skipped something here. Let me see. I'm trying to find the story because I had the story. Bear with me, you guys. Okay. This is the history. Since a legendary western town, since the first settlers arrived in the 1850s, Aurora, Texas has been home to unique history and has played an important role in the development of the region. It was William W.O. Stanfield who chose the name Aurora because he felt that it was the dawn of something luminous and beautiful in the new land. Through the early pioneer years of which Aurora saw fortunes gained and lost, it has continued to forge ahead. During the advent of World War II, a Marine Air Base, which was built in Aurora, which was home to a glider program, part of which was instrumental in getting men and supplies to inland areas during the war. However, perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Aurora's history is the legend of a UFO crash that occurred in 1897, which has captured the imaginations of many over the years. Despite Aurora's small size, its unique history and dedicated citizens have made it legendary. The history of Ned, our alien. On April 17, 1897, local folklore tells of a cigar-shaped spaceship crashing into a windmill belonging to a local judge, a man by the name of J.S. Proctor. The local townspeople reported discovering a deceased alien creature in the crash debris. The pilot and his craft were given proper burial in the Aurora Cemetery. A Texas historic monument briefly describes the event. And the story goes, there were several sightings of a great airship around Texas in the spring of 1897. At least one of these flying crafts was reported to have crashed in Aurora on April 17, 1897. The tall tale reports an airship crashing into Judge Proctor's windmill and bursting into flames. Man, what kind of ship is that? It just runs into a windmill and just blows up if you're coming millions of miles either from another galaxy or other dimensions. But anyway, among the wreckage, Aurora residents found the disfigured remains of an alien creature. The alien we now call Ned was given a proper Christian burial in the local cemetery in Aurora. Okay, so let me try to give you guys this is one of the, I think this is the marker of what it looked like. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the marker. And let me continue. A newspaper article of the event still exists. Please refer to the front page of the original Dallas Morning News below for the article written by S.E. Hayden, a reporter for the Dallas Morning News. Excerpts from the article include the following information. About 6 o'clock this morning, the early risers of Aurora were astonished at the sudden appearance of an airship which had been sailing around the country. It was traveling due north and much nearer the earth than before. Evidently, some of the machinery which was out of order was making a speed of only 10 to 12 miles per hour, then gradually settling towards the earth. It sailed over the public square, and when it reached the north part of town, it collided with the tower of Judge Proctor's windmill and went into pieces with a terrific explosion, scattering debris over several acres of ground, wrecking the windmill and water tank and destroying the judge's flower garden. The pilot of the ship was reported to have been the only one on board, and while his remains were badly disfigured, enough of the original has been picked up to show that it was not an inhabitant of this world. The original page of the Dallas Morning News, April 19, 1897, this is provided by Alien Agenda author Jim Mars. Mr. Mars pointed out there were multiple stories associated with flying object sightings covering the front page. And this is what the newspaper article looks like. It's pretty vast, pretty intense, all right? And that's the end of that article. That's all it's got. But I've heard a lot of stories about it, and again, it's not very far from where I'm at. I think it's like maybe 200 miles from where I'm at right now currently. I'm thinking about taking a trip. I really am thinking about taking a trip up there because, I like to travel. I like to see some of these places firsthand, especially when they're this close. And I know Texas seems to have a huge history of U.F.O. and alien sightings and all this other stuff, man. That, again, I find it pretty cool. The only drawback is when you got to be real careful. Because I went to Aurora, Texas. I've reviewed what Aurora, Texas has got going on, right? And it's pretty weird because they have a zero population of black folk. And they got a zero population of Asian Orientals, right? So for me, when I'm seeing that, it always draws a red flag. It makes me think. I have to think twice, okay? Call it what you want to call it. It may be a sundown town for all I know. I have no idea. But what I ain't trying to do is, I'm not trying to get caught up there, go up there and get caught up in some mess because I wasn't cautious, okay? So in this day and time, as a black person, you gotta be really careful when these towns say they have a zero population of black people. And that is what it is. It's not, I don't know, it may offend some people when I say that, but I'm telling you, better you offended than me dead, all right? So again, I may take a trip up there, I may take somebody with me so that I get an idea of what's going on and that I can bring the story back to you guys. But I'm gonna wrap it up because it's I've drawn this out a little bit too long as it is. And again, I'm liking the sky, but you guys again, make sure you like, share, please comment and subscribe, but please hit that like button. It's free, man. It don't cost you anything to hit that button, and it really does help when you're trying to bring these stories to light and when you're creating content for you guys. Okay, so. With that being said, maybe I'll catch something on this camera because they say stuff happens during thunderstorms or rain showers and stuff like that in the sky that we don't normally pay attention to. But remember, I got that book out right now, my new book, The Foes of God. Check it out, man. It's a great story. It talks about things along these lines as well. And in closing, you know how we do. Make sure you check under your beds. Check the dark recesses of your home. Check your closets. If you happen to work way into the wee hours of the morning, after working at night, make sure you check your cars, your surroundings, and be mindful and aware of what's going on around you, okay? Because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to make you a story. And this has been L.A. Kendrick. And until next time, you guys, do me a solid. You be safe out there and fill in the rest. And by the way, if you guys can see, that area looks a little weird, but hey, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just pointing out.